Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your pet content creator coach. Let's talk all about Instagram. So Instagram is the hub for pet influencers. You probably have an account on Instagram, or if you're considering pet influencing, obviously Instagram needs to be one of your highest considerations for where you're posting your content. So I want to talk you through some of the things you need to consider when it comes to Instagram and what they're not telling you so that you actually can grow more, so that you're more intentional about your content. So with that said, let's dive right in. Something I need you to really consider is the fact that the competition for being an influencer or content creator right now is massive. The amount of content creators, influencers nowadays compared to 6 years ago when I started is astronomically different. Obviously, people have been trying to be content creators and influencers since 2014. It really grew in its blogging era, 2014 to 2018. Then it really took onto TikTok, 2019 and on. So what I want you to think about is the fact that with more competition, that's going to make it so that you really have to consider 3 specific things so that you can actually stand out. And what you don't think about on Instagram is how the algorithm is perceiving you and why on earth your content sucks. So when I say that your content sucks, what I mean is that you're still staying in this awkward 100 to 500 view range. If you are not getting at least 2,000 views on your content, like every piece of content essentially, there is something wrong. And there are 3 pieces of advice I'm gonna dive through in this video with you that I need you to really take to heart and to really consider, because again, if your content's not working, there is a reason. The whole thing about shadow banning, yes, shadow banning can happen, but you are not being shadow banned. It is very unlikely that you're being shadow banned or that the algorithm is suppressing your content. As someone who has personally had the experience multiple times of having my content suppressed in the algorithm over the past 6 years, not from controversial content or whatever, but experiencing the changes of the algorithm, I will tell you that, yeah, it's hard to know what to do, but it's pivotal to pivot. Okay. So it's so important that you find what's going on, you change it, and you try to start a new course. If you continue, seriously, if you are struggling on Instagram and things just aren't picking up, things aren't working, and you're just I keep getting 200 views per video and I've been posting 160 posts and nothing's changing, it's because something needs to change. Okay. So I hope that this video is inspirational for you to help you just consider something to change. And hopefully it will change something for you. And if it does, please comment and tell me that your content has improved, because I swear to you, changing one of these 3 things, really, I can't give guarantees, but I swear it's going to be very close to guarantee that it's going to help you out. With all that said, let's dive right into these 3 things that are going to seriously help any of you out if you are struggling on Instagram. We're going to keep in mind this overarching umbrella idea of high competition, because yes, as Instagram being the main hub of where pet influencers are, there's a huge amount of competition that you have to somehow, number 1, stand out by being unique. So Petfluencer Foundations is my flagship course where I take any creator, beginner, intermediate, and help you navigate every platform, get you started on monetization, help you reach out to brands, all that stuff. And this is a huge point that I talk about over and over. And it's about finding how you are unique. And it's not a way of how is your dog unique? You don't have a need to have a unique breed. You don't need to have a unique anything, literally anything. What is unique is your story. Okay, so it's your story and it's your editing style. You may have no editing style, right? You may be coming to learn from me to just figure out how to become an influencer or content creator. And you're like, I don't have a style. How do I be unique if my dog or my cat or whatever is not unique? Okay. So what I need you to consider is it's the story that you're telling. You don't have to have a real story about your dog. Now, maybe you got your dog from a unique experience with the adoption story, and they do a really funny thing every time that you show up from work every evening, or maybe you feed them a really unique food diet, like a raw food diet. Those are all unique things to you and to your dog. And you have to find a way to be able to turn that into storytelling. I'm not talking at all about literally writing out stories. That is not what I mean. I need you to consider there are a few excellent books out there about creating a story brand. There's literally a way to, through the colors you use, the fonts you use, the descriptions you write, the on-screen text captions, the highlights, the stories, or like Instagram stories, every little thing that you post creates this emotional experience for the viewer. So I need you to think about maybe one of the creators who shows up on your timeline all the time. And I need you to describe the experience of their content. Now, when I mean experience, I'm talking the vibe, the emotion that you get. Because I can literally in my head think of multiple creators who show up on my timeline often and just think about the experience of what it's like to view their content, what type of value that I get out of their content. So all this stuff, I'm describing all this stuff to help you think about what type of experience do your followers actually get, and what type of value do your followers actually get by consuming your content. You need to consider if someone was to watch, 7 pieces of your content and you said, describe my channel to you. Literally, how would they describe that? It's really important to consider this. And the easiest way is just to hand over your channel to someone who hasn't seen your content before. Could be a family member or friend that you meet up with. Have them watch through, again, like 7 pieces of content, maybe flip through your Instagram stories of the day and look through your content. Doesn't take more than 3 minutes. And just have them respond to that question of, describe my channel. That's it. Describe my channel. What type of experience is it? What type of value do I provide? If they are not able to describe that because maybe your content's super inconsistent or you don't even really provide value, that is a huge warning signs. And by you taking that to heart and making tweaks and changes to that over the next few weeks and months, literally can make a massive difference in your follower engagement. Now, the next tip is a little bit of a tie-in to what we just talked about, and that is you need to consider what value that you are providing. What value? So value means what is the audience member by viewing your content? What are they getting? People subscribe to your content because they got something out of it. They laughed. They got a good, happy feeling because your dog reminded them of their dog. Or maybe your content made them have an emotional reaction. Like someone got some sort of reaction out of your content and then they subscribed because they want more of that. So if you have one video go viral can mean anything. It could be 10,000 views. It could be 50,000. It could be 50 million. With that, you have to think, what value did I provide? What experience did the viewer get? And how can I replicate that? If you have one video do good, and then all the rest of your content continues to get 150 views, you need to ask yourself, seriously, what value are you not providing, or what inconsistent value are you providing? Because people need to learn something, get entertained, have a moment of just a certain feeling. And by considering that, by thinking about what type of value that you provide, literally can be a make or break situation. I need you again to ask that question to whomever that you hand your channel off to. And you need to say, what type of value am I providing? If you're not providing value, there's no reason for people to stay subscribed, to engage with your content, and to buy anything from you. And then the third thing that you must consider that truly, finally, I will say this is something that people are finally talking a lot more about this year, but this is all about you need to be providing more connection. So gone are the days, seriously, 25 and beyond, gone are the days of having super high follower channels. And now the engagement and connection is actually significantly more important. So in what ways are you highlighting your biggest fans? In what ways are you getting your subscribers to engage with your content? How are you providing merch and doing giveaways and making people feel like they're part of a community? If you are literally just posting a few times a week, 1 to 2 times a week, random video, you're trying to be authentic, which is always important and good, but you're not keeping people wanting more. You're not getting people to feel like they're part of a community, part of a tribe. The engagement on your channel is going to suffer. Like I seriously, as someone who, when I had my baby, when I was pregnant, I struggled so hard with maintaining my routines of trying to maintain engagement, and the engagement on my channels tanked. It just did. I wasn't doing Instagram stories and I wasn't posting regularly. I wasn't posting content that I knew my channels want. I posted content that was easy for me to make and didn't take a long time. And with that in mind, it made it so that it has taken a long time to try to build back my connection. I've been extremely strategic about the type of content that I've been posting on each channel. Like, there's been a lot that it's taken to try to revive the connections on my Instagram channel. And so with that in mind, if there's anything, I know these 3 tips are seriously life-changing for your channel, focusing on the connection that you can provide between you and them through providing value and by being really unique and providing an experience that they're not getting by following other channels. This will change everything. If you take this to heart, if you sit and research this and you really genuinely try to make your channel unique and you try to connect with your followers, really do provide value in some way, you're not going to need my help anymore. But I hope you do subscribe, nevertheless, because I am here to help pet content creators literally make their pets super famous, because I swear to you, it is real. It is possible. I see this every day as a pet content creator coach. I talk to creators every day. It is possible for you too. So with that said, please go check down in the comments and in the description. I offer a lot of free resources to you guys because I want you to have success. Of course, I do have courses and other things to help you out too. So with that said, I will see y'all in the next video.